Hello.
How you doing, Miss Monica?
I'm good. How are you, Ray?
I am doing well. I'm doing well.
Good. Good. So, um, I was napping and I didn't realize it was like 5:30. So I was like, I need to hurry up and get my life so we can go on air. Oh my goodness. I almost, lost it today a little bit. So, how are
I thought we
you?
was gonna I thought we was gonna start out with our intro. I was
Oh
ready.
yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm all flustered.
I was
Okay.
ready to do it too.
I know, right? Okay. Well, hello, everyone. I'm Monica,
It's your boy Ray Real.
and we are overcoming
Overcoming battles with
battles with
at
at
war.
war. That was much better than normal.
We almost got it. We're gonna be there at one point.
Almost, almost. So this is our special Christmas Eve edition of Overcoming Battles with at War. We're nearing the end of the year, and
Happy
our focus.
holidays.
Happy holidays to everybody. So we're going to do something a little bit different. Let me turn on the comments because we are going to invite you on air with us. Okay, so if I'm putting the link in the chat. So if
Uh-oh.
you're interested in being a part of the show, just click on the link, go to StreamYard, and hopefully we can get everything set up with sound. I just want you to know you have to log on in with Google Chrome or I believe Safari. Those are the only two that you can log in with. So if you want to
Don't
be a
be
part of the
scared.
conversation, just remember this is a family-friendly show. So we have adults and young people alike that are watching, and we want our viewers to be comfortable with the conversation that we have. Okay, so
So pretty
let's
much
just get right
no
into it.
ignorance. Pretty much no
No
ignorance, guys.
ignorance. No ignorance.
Let's keep it adult.
Yes, yes. So first of all, I asked you how your day was before we did our Erica said you can't use Safari, only Chrome. So just remember you can only use Chrome. I knew it was like Chrome and Safari. There was something with those two. But yeah,
Well,
make sure you use Chrome
Apple.
if you want to come on.
Told you
What'd
guys
you say?
about that Apple programming system. I think that's what Safari is, Erica.
I don't think is it. No, I thought they had something different.
That's the operating system, Safari, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, child. I think I just used somebody else's cup from this morning. So
Uh-oh.
and everything was clean. Oh, there's my cup over there. That's exactly what just happened. So my oldest son, that is awful because I don't know whose cup it was. Must have had a little bit of orange juice at the bottom.
Told you.
So
Told you
okay,
Safari is Apple.
Safari is Apple. Okay. So
Detriment to
Chrome,
that.
StreamYard is a Chrome platform. So he made breakfast this morning, and I was going to show a picture. Let me see if I can upload it. But it was delicious. Like it was so good. We had strawberry waffles, biscuits, cinnamon rolls, bacon,
Mm,
turkey bacon, sausage,
mm.
I meant the fried potatoes, eggs. But the strawberry waffles were like everything. Like they were so freaking good.
I'm
And
jealous.
what
You got me
I
jealous over
know
here, Monica. That sounds
you
good.
should be, because I took a nap afterwards, and I just lounged around.
What's up, cuz? I see you, Evan. Give
Is
us a
somebody
like,
coming
bro.
on?
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments over here.
Okay, okay. I'm trying to see if somebody wants to come on here.
Let's try and come on here and chat it up with us. With Ray and Monica. We got a lot to talk about. It's the holidays.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Oh, oh,
That
oh. Y'all didn't know Monica can. Hey, she's got vocals. Y'all didn't know. We're gonna have to do a special segment where Monica does a quick song. You don't
no,
want to do
no,
it?
no. We're not doing that.
I'll give a shot at a freestyle if you sing.
Okay, we'll have to work that out. You are crazy. I'm about to show the breakfast. If I can, let me see.
It's great to make y'all jealous. All right.
Yeah, because it was so
'Cause
good.
I'm already jealous just by the
As
description
you
that you
should
had.
be, because you're actually in town, right? So you could have come over and had breakfast.
I'm in Indiana, y'all. Why is it so cold? Why is it so cold? Wow. But it's for a good cause. I'm seeing family. Like I got uncles in there right now. A couple of my uncles in the kitchen with mom shooting, talking stuff and how we do. So it's good to be back in the Midwest. Uh-oh,
That's
who we got?
nice.
Okay, all
Can you
right.
see?
What is, ooh, look at that.
So
Got the
yeah,
biscuits.
yeah, biscuits, cinnamon rolls, strawberry waffles, fried potatoes, eggs, sausage, turkey bacon, bananas, mango, strawberries. Like he did the dang thing.
So Monica,
Okay.
let me ask you, Monica, is this a tradition that you guys do like a breakfast on Christmas Eve? Is that a
Well,
tradition or
no. So what's crazy is he wanted to do it on Christmas, but traditionally his stepdad and their family, they have Christmas breakfast. And so we didn't want Jacob and Julian have to decide they were going over there, coming over here for breakfast. Jacob was all for it. But Julian, he has, he just wants to make sure everybody has equitable experiences, and he's a pretty fair fella. So we were like, well, let's just do it on Christmas Eve. So we talked about it today, and I think that's going to be a tradition of ours, as long as we're
oh,
off work. And even like when he grows up and he has his own family, that's something that we're going to do. So
good deal. Good deal. Kudos
yeah,
to you, young man. It looked delicious.
yeah, he
Looked
did the
delicious.
dang thing. Like,
Hey Monica, did you
yeah.
notice I had to scoop my microphone in too so it could be viewed? You
I
guys see our
saw
new
that.
microphones? It's our new
I saw
microphones,
that.
guys.
Your mic, microphone check, microphone checker,
Look,
microphone check,
see,
microphone
I
checker.
think I think you want to do the freestyle more than the singing. You see?
Maybe it's a teensy weensy little bit. Maybe it's a little bit.
No, that's right. So what
So
are
let's
our
get
topics
into
for today?
yeah.
What we
I
gonna
was
talk
gonna say
about?
let's get into the nitty gritty. Okay, so I've noticed, Facebook is a wonderful place to be nosy, right?
Yes, it
And so
is.
I noticed that you've posted the past maybe month, periodically about your kids and how much you miss your kids and how you want to spend time with them. And word on the street is you were able to pick them up today. So tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that.
Man, my babies are the world, first and foremost. I got two sons. I got an 8-year-old and I got a 14-year-old. And, it's been hard, especially being a father outside of the household. So, really balancing that time in terms of getting up here, especially being at a distance. It'd be a different story if I was closer. But being at a distance, we definitely have to plan things out. It can be hectic sometimes, to be honest with you. And I tend to, speak a lot about the love I have for them because I do. I mean, they are everything to me. So any opportunity that I get to come back home, get them, spend time with them, is everything to me. So I get to actually get a couple weeks with them before they go back to school. So we'll be heading back down south like the
Nice.
birds, like the birds
Right,
shortly. But
right.
no, they as every dad that's on here, Evan can contest to it as well. My cousin, what I mean, and kudos to you, Evan. I know he just got guardianship over his son, who's I think close to the age of my oldest son. I think he's 15 or 16. But that's every father's dream, especially when you're not directly in the household, is to one day be able to get them, during their teenage years or even earlier than that, so that you can mold them and really, make them a man. I think that's my motto, is just being able to capture the time that I get with them to be able to teach them what I've learned and mold them into a young man and hopefully being an upstanding citizen out here in the public. So anytime I can get with them is a plus. So I would have him on the show. I'm gonna get him geared towards one day being on here.
No,
I got
get him. See him.
nah, he's in there with his granny. I got my 14-year-old and then my 8-year-old. I'll be getting him tomorrow, and then we'll be
Okay.
heading back. But
It'd
yeah,
be nice if he could at least just wave, but
I
I
know.
get it. If he's
Nah.
busy,
But
that's
yeah, so Miss Monica, so I know that you've had occurrence in the family, a loss of the family, and it's
yeah.
definitely a detriment during this time during the holidays. So I don't know if you're comfortable with speaking on it. I think it was your grandmother who passed away.
Yeah, she passed away, and she was just a jewel. You know what I mean? Like she was so, and I know everybody that has a present grandparent. Grandparents are different than parents. I was watching, I believe it was Braxton Family Values last week, and Miss Evelyn, the mom, and Tracy, the sister in Massachusetts, they clashed a little bit. And she was talking about how when you're a grandparent, you know exactly what to do. So things are completely different. So where there may be a parental child rift in a relationship, and you look at the grandparents like, man, why didn't you do me like that when I was a child, you know, as an offspring? And it's just completely different. So I just really appreciate the bond that I had with my grandmother, because she was everything. Like, she was just so sweet. And she's the epitome of class, the epitome of grace, the epitome of love. And I'm just so thankful that I was able to experience someone of that stature, because I model who I am after her, and some of my aunts as well. But I model the way I am after her. Now, I can get crunk a little bit, and my grandmother was not like that. But at the core of who I am, I really try to give people the benefit of a doubt. I really try to show people grace. I try to be as positive as possible, because there's nothing worse than being in a place where you don't have peace. I'd rather have peace and joy unspeakable than always be trying to find the next bit of drama. My grandmother was never involved in any of that. So that is a turnoff to me. And so I like that, because like I said last week, ignorance is sometimes bliss. And so sometimes I choose to be ignorant to things that are traumatic and dramatic and negative around me, because I don't like that energy. I don't like that. And I got that from my grandmother. So she's gone, but she has a wonderful legacy. She had, the numbers may not be correct, 46 grandchildren, 89 great-grandchildren, and 4 great-great-grandchildren. And so we had a Zoom call. Hey, cousin, Alita's on there. Yes, she was definitely a classy lady. That's where we get it from, honey. That's why we can't leave the house. I remember growing up, my mom would go to, actually I was an adult, but she would go to take out her trash or get her mail, and she would put lipstick on before she left the house. Like, we got that from our grandmother. We don't, honey, we don't go out looking any old kind of way. And that's how my grandmother was. But we had a Zoom session the other night. So we have a directory of cousins so we can keep in touch, because, you know, once the matriarch and patriarch are gone, sometimes the family dismantles. And so we're trying to keep in touch. The cousins are trying to keep everything together. So yeah, but it's good. She's no longer suffering. You know, we have our moments. So I'm thankful for the show we had. Remember the show we had about a month ago in November, and we talked about grief over the holidays
and the pandemic and everything. Well, I tell you what, Monica, her work that she did while she was here, it definitely shows on you, you know. And so I always say the true testament of a person is the impression that they leave, you know, once the legacy that they leave once they're gone, you know. So and you're a reflection of it. So, you know, so
thank you. So let's see.
You're dealing with it well, though.
Thank you, Evan. I appreciate your condolences. I appreciate your condolences. So,
hey, David, how you doing, brother? Oh, nice. We got the comments on the screen. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's Hardiman. Thank you. Yeah, she's
that's
a very
my cousin.
Oh, that's family. What's up, Pete?
Yes, he said lipstick, hair, all together, ladies. That's right.
Oh, wow.
Look at Alexander.
Yeah,
you know David, what? You come on our show quite frequently. I appreciate you for being one of our regulars. And you comment and you participate. That's pretty dope.
He's a good college buddy that went to school with me during undergrad at IU. David's always been a good guy. Yeah.
Nice.
Good support, brother.
Yeah. And it's wonderful that you have your grandma in your corner. Well, we don't call her grandma, my grandmother. She said she wanted to live to see 100. Then I heard that a couple of weeks ago, she started saying, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. So I'm glad your grandma's holding on, 99 and still kicking. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
We got Ashi on.
Yes, we have Ashi. So again, if you want to be on live with us, feel free. I'm going to put the link in the chat.
Are we gonna cover the most embarrassing Christmas moments, or we're not gonna do that?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yes, absolutely. So go ahead. You can talk about yours, because when you shared it with me, I died laughing, and then we had a good conversation about it. Go ahead.
All right, so we wanted to go over some topics that we could discuss that kind of went along with the times. Obviously, it's Christmas, so I wanted to come up with something that could show us a little laughter during this time, but it was one of the most embarrassing things that has happened to you during the holiday season. And my story begins, I think I was in second grade. I was living in Mill Run in Jeffersonville. And what's that school? I think it's Parkview, Parkwood, something like that.
Yes.
So it was the good old gift exchange day. Y'all remember that? Gift exchange, right? And
Yes.
hey, if my mom is on, bless her heart, she tried everything she could to make sure we had what we needed. But so it was a gift exchange day. So must have been around that time where mom done everything she could to make sure our Christmas was together. And schools is always asking for the extra stuff. You had to come bring in the gift for somebody else and exchange it. So all right. So mom didn't probably during that time didn't have a lot of money, but we did have some it was Star Wars compact records, the vinyl records.
Dun, dun, dun.
Those square ones. They were vinyl, keep in mind. Mom wrapped them up real good, went to school the next day. I mean, I kind of had a feeling. I was one of those kids that really wasn't big on material and, all of that, but I kind of had a feeling it probably wasn't what another kid would want. So I get there and I actually lucked out. So I got to the gift exchange. I got to school. We had the gift exchange. I paired with a guy who gave me a gift. It was a remote control car, guys. So I was having a good old time with this remote control car, sliding it through. He opened up the records. He was like, "What is this?" I was like, "I'm still playing with the car." I was like, "Oh, it's records." He was like, "But I don't even have a record player." He was like, "I don't even have a record player." And I was, I couldn't say anything about it. That's all we had. But I definitely felt it. It was embarrassing at the time, but I was able to go home and play with that remote control car. And I still love my mom. She did whatever she could to make sure we
Yes.
had what we needed to. But it was embarrassing. It was some Star Wars vinyl records. Mom, if you online, you can laugh about it too. All right. But that was it happened in second grade. That was my most embarrassing moment. So now it's on you, Monica. What
I'm
was your
trying to
most
think of my
embarrassing
most
holiday
embarrassing
moment?
moment. Okay. This didn't have anything to do with gift giving, but I remember one year, we used to go either to my grandmother's house for Christmas dinner or my Uncle Bill's house for Christmas dinner. And he had like this big gathering. So I wasn't the most stylish person growing up until I started taking care of myself. And so I was like, I don't know, 13 years old. I had 2 jobs at 14, so it had been before that. But I had on these overalls, these green overalls with this red shirt and these red tights and some green shoes. And I was like, I'm looking like Christmas. And I went over my
He's looking like
I
an
thought I
elf.
was fly. You hear me? Super duper fly. I'm fly. Super duper fly. Okay. And so I went over there and I'm thinking I'm too cute, honey. And my cousin Shanice busted out laughing. And I was thinking, what's so funny? I mean, I'm cute. And she said, why are you up here look like a Christmas tree? And I looked down. I said, I look like a Christmas tree. I mean, I was wearing like emerald green, okay? I look like an evergreen. I look like a pine tree, okay? With red ornaments, my red shirt, my red tights, honey. And I was just like, and then I couldn't go home and change because
How
I
old
was
was you,
at Uncle
Monica?
Bill's house. He lived in Newburgh at the time, and I lived
How
in
old was you?
Evansville. I was
How old
like 13.
Hey,
And I,
did it change it? Did it change your whole mood? Did you kind of get embarrassed afterward?
well, yeah, and I was like, I can't even change clothes because I was not big, but I was thick. And my cousin was super duper skinny, so I couldn't wear any of her clothes. And so I was thinking, why wouldn't you just wait until at the end of the night? Like as soon as I walked in, took off my clothes, like, hey everybody. And I had on a Christmas tree. I thought I was fly though.
That's funny.
Anyway,
That's funny.
yeah, it is
Hey,
funny.
let's bring up some current events. So, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
How do you feel about the stimulus package? What is your thoughts about this huge package? It's got a lot of different things going different places. Only $600 so far allotted to us, but what are your thoughts
Yeah.
about that?
first giving honor to God who's head of my life. I feel like I'm testifying here. But I haven't thought much about it. And this is why. Now, as far as I'm concerned, personally, I haven't thought much about it because I probably won't get it anyway. And if I do, I'm just going to invest it. But for people around me, 600, like even my son, like he's gone so long without employment, and $600, like he doesn't have any bills, but that's nothing. And I saw your post the other day where you're talking about that's not even going to cover, not that you would use it for that, but it wouldn't even cover child support. Like we have people that have mortgages, they're paying rent, have car payments, have bills. They are at risk of being evicted. They pay child support or alimony. And what is that going to, it's not going to do anything for the economy. I don't think it's going to do anything for the economy. As a matter of fact, I don't even think $2,000 will do anything for the economy. It will short term, but if I am 2 months behind in my rent or mortgage, even if I get the $2,000, that could cover that for now. But what about next month? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I think they played politics too long. I mean, like you said, I mean that's past overdue. If you look at other countries, they've been, and not all countries, but the other countries that are developed and have economies that are functioning and things of that nature, they've been supporting their citizens way better than what the U.S. has done for us. And I know they kind of fell in during the political time, and that's what it is. It's been all politics, and to really play politics at the burden or at the risk of the public, that's sad. So I mean, even that, I think that amount was a smack in the face. And then you look a little bit deeper into the package and then see where some of the funds are allocated as well. It wasn't just for the U.S. It's a lot of funds that's going overseas, international, in areas that you probably wouldn't think of funding towards museums. I'm not saying that those historical sites are not important, but right now in the time of need, that primarily, I would say a good bulk of that should be going towards the citizens. Why wouldn't it be? Right. We're the ones that's been struggling. You got small business owners such as myself who have, this type of thing can really sink a company. I've had the benefit of having loyal clients that have continued to work with me, but it's other people in my industry that have sunk because of how this affects the small business world or whatever. So I hope that package includes some benefits with the PP, the loans or whatever. I hope it affects the small business owners as well. We got a lot of good feeds coming in. I'm looking at them right now.
We do. Real quick, I was thinking, because some people are like, yeah, Trump said he's not going to sign a bill until it's up to $2,000. Okay.
Politics.
Let's talk about that. And I know okay, so Ray and I don't balance when it comes to politics. And so you're probably about to hear a little disruption. But I don't think he's even sincere. To be honest, I don't think he's sincere about the $2,000. First of all, he's never really done anything as far, unless like Lita said, unless it affects businesses that he associates with. The little man normally gets the short end of the stick every time with him. So right now he's been in hiding for the past 10 days because he was in his office whenever he didn't win the election, and he was saying, I won, I know. He was sulking for 10 whole days. Nobody saw him. Now all of a sudden, bring something to my office that I can sign and really do something with. Like, first of all, he's about to be out of office. And of course, they're not going to come up with anything probably before January 21st. Now, I do know that Nancy Pelosi said yes, because the Democrats always said that they wanted a larger package. They came up with a $600 package. They said they wanted the $2,000 package. So they're like, yes. But now we're in the holiday season. Ain't nobody going in to do a whole bunch of work right now. They take the longest breaks. They take longer breaks than anybody else. So we're looking at basically between next week, couple of days next week, and then after that. But then the bill has to be written, it has to be signed, it has to go through the voting process before January 21, which I think is a slim to none situation. So I think he's just doing that, one last dig. I'm gonna throw it out there. I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm gonna go out like, yeah, we should have elected Trump for the $2,000. Well, what about everything else? But go ahead.
I think you got to look. It's two ways you can look at it, because Trump is an egotistical type of individual. So it could be his last token of trying to make himself look really good to the public, saying, "Hey, I fought for you. to go out courageous, go out in good standing, or it could be politics. I mean, either way, it's a misfortune for the public. I don't care if it's the Republicans' fault or it's the Democrats' fault. It's politics. And why play politics during a time where it's millions of people that are in need, they don't even know if they're going to be able to pay rent next month. So why play politics? That's where our political system has gotten to the point where they can do that at the risk of us. And this is not even their money. They playing around with our money. This is taxpayer money. You know what I mean? So they putting us on hold on money that's already us, that's ours pretty much, and determining what we should have. That doesn't even make sense. So I'm probably right now I'm at a all time I'm disgusted with politics in general, to be honest with you. I mean, state officials, I mean, the whole 9 yards. I don't care what office you served in right now. I'm disgusted. So whatever, but I guess whatever, if you do get it, use it in the best way that you can. I'm just not really for settling, even if we have to go another month and they extend it or whatever. I mean, we've waited 6 months now for this other one. So, I mean, we can't wait an additional 3 months, but I can't for everybody's situation. So
what about the student loan debt?
Oh yeah,
so it started off at 10,000, right? Now it's up to 50,000.
Hey, I'm at this point, Monica. I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, that definitely affects me. That's probably one of the biggest things that hold high over my head right now is student loan debt. So if that's something that they can, I mean, I'll give him kudos if he can get it to where there's going to be a substantial amount that's going to be forgiven, then I think that's going to affect a lot of us. So I mean,
$10,000 sounds good to me.
Even that ain't enough.
It's not enough. It's still not enough. Give me my 2 acres and a mule. Can I get that?
The 10 grand is not even my interest.
Mine either. Mine either. I want my 2 acres and a mule like everybody else got when they came over here. Okay.
I think they should. No, absolutely. I want reparations. That could be a form of reparations, is take the student loan debt up off of me. But I think they should incorporate or come up with other alternatives to be able to pay those loans back. I know people within education, if there's different type of programs that you can do to be able to get some of those loans taken off, but just to the general public, I mean, to the general student that went and maybe majored in something outside of education, there's nothing really that we can do to get those loans off. And we need to have more programs. I mean, I'll be willing to do some community service, give back to the community, whatever the case may be, if they was to get some of these student loans off of me. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that it's a start, but at the same time, I feel like that is inequitable because not everybody went to college. So I do believe that it would be nice to have student loan debt forgiven for minorities or Black people in general. But we also should have some funds that prevent Black people from having to get loans. So let's look at some grants. Let's look at some federal grants, some state grants that target Black people that they're actually aware of. That's automatic. You know, most states have the Pell Grant. That's an automatic grant. Yeah. We need to have an automatic grant for minorities, especially minorities that when the foundation of the country was built, wasn't given property like other nationalities that came over here. We didn't get any property. We were the property. So let's fix that. Okay. If you had the resources to give each immigrant property, and it was about 2 acres. That's why it was so easy for them to purchase slaves and have us cultivate the land, because you know we went for what, $18, $20. If it was a good buck, $100. You know what I mean? Because we were considered cattle. So give us the same thing that was given. These people didn't have to come over here and purchase this land. Give us that. If I was able to get 2 acres, and even if it wasn't in a residential area, if it was more of not an urban or residential area, but like someplace out in the country in the sticks, I could do that. If we have enough land that is together, we could create our own little town. Like it will eventually accrue enough money for us to get out of this debt. So 2 acres that is that has the value of, let's say, $300,000 in comparison to $10,000 for my student loans. Give me that property. That's what I want. I want that property.
Well, we need something to decrease the wealth gap. Obviously, we're not just going to get it through some of these phantom programs the Democrats and the Republicans alike have came up with. It's got to be something more streamlined, more directed towards us. It's a
Yeah.
shame that we come out of school and we're already in the burden of being, a lot of us are first time, college graduates out of our family. Then we have the burden of still having student loan debt. Then we have the burden of still trying to get family members and help them, from the bootstraps, help them up. So we never really attain wealth because, we're first generation and we're trying to help, our family, and we come out in debt already. You come out of college in debt, and that with our counterparts is, or with other demographics, a lot of times they don't see that. Their student loans is paid for. They may come out with a house, and I'm not saying that's for everybody, but the statistics show that more, that's the case. So, but
Right.
I would
Right.
like some land too. I want that land too. You got to develop land.
Yes.
Ready to
I'll even
develop.
take the mule. I'll take the mule. Okay. Give me 2 acres
Hey,
and the mule.
the bright side is I do see a lot of young individuals purchasing land, from real estate to, land in general. I see a lot of my peers that are doing that. So it's a lot of strides that we're making, even in the stock market, such as yourself. I know you've gotten really into the stock
I
market.
was just about to talk about that.
I
That's why
know
I
you
looked at my
was. I
phone.
know.
That's why I looked at my phone. So a lot of you have asked, let me see if I can find it. A lot of you have asked, let me see. How y'all like them Pro Talk mics? Well,
I be like,
I
what?
like you.
Like what?
It says the Pro Talk mics. They sound good. Our microphones.
Mic check.
Microphone check. Microphone checker. Yeah, it sounds good. Actually, mine's not on. I'm not gonna lie. Mine's not on. It's just a prop
Oh,
tonight.
that's young Ely. What's up, bro?
Okay.
He was able to identify that because he's got a background in music. He
Oh,
was like,
okay.
you didn't even see a logo or nothing, did you, Ely? Did you, Marcus? He didn't see nothing. He identified that. Good stuff. We got your
Right.
brother on here.
My
What's up,
brother.
Mr. Taylor? Yep.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I saw him. I told him, he asked for the link. I thought I put it in there. Is it not in there? Let me put it on again. That should be the link.
Is Jeremy gonna come on with us?
I think he's gonna come on.
We
I
got a
wanted him to
great
remember a couple
song.
of weeks ago. He posted about his time with his daughters, and they're in Atlanta, and he's in Evansville, and how he's navigated through that.
Yeah, that long
I'll be
distance.
good for him to,
I put
yeah.
so many miles on like the last 3 cars I've had. I put a lot of
Uh-huh.
miles on there for them boys. It's worth every minute of it, though.
Yeah, it is.
Great Key, what's up, Fred? Nope, we're not gonna do that, guys. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Dre?
Oh man, he said he doesn't see it. Jeremy, I'm gonna inbox you.
Oh, Monica, you shared the Robinhood link. Is that the
Yeah,
platform that you
I
invest
want to
in?
talk about that, honey. I have a lot of things going on over here, and that's one of them. So back to the stocks.
Is
So
it
a
better
lot of
than
you
TD
have
Ameritrade? Before you get started, is it better than TD Ameritrade?
I don't do that. I do stock, and I just started not stock. I do Robinhood, and I just started Webull.
Weeble,
But
okay.
I'm not really well versed with Webull yet. But I do know that it's more of a process to get started with Webull. So I want to focus on understanding that myself before I promote that. But I know Robinhood is really easy, and it's even easy to navigate. It's not hard to buy stocks or to make deposits or withdrawals or anything like that.
Okay.
So, but I
And
did
she
want to
gave
talk
y'all,
about it.
my
Go
bad. Go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say
No, you go ahead.
she gave y'all a great stock tip the last time. Did y'all see how that stock, that nano technology? Yeah.
NNDM.
It's done went up $3 since then. We done bought a gang load of it, ain't we, Monica?
Yeah. So NNDM, when I talked to y'all about it, I think it was a couple weeks ago. Oh no, it was last week because it was before our last show, right?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Um, it was priced at $6.50. That was the average cost.
Yep.
Yesterday it hit $10.09. Today,
Mm.
yes. So when
Okay.
I told Ray about it, Ray was like, I'm gonna transfer some stuff over there, I'm gonna buy. So he got some stocks. I told my son last week about CSCW. That is color code technologies or something like that in China. So they have this stream service where they have 600,000 followers already. and they're just now going public. Well, they've been public, but they're just now really advertising their app internationally. So they're expecting everything like to go crazy. So last week it was 50 cents. Today, I think my son bought like 100 shares.
Nice.
Today it went up to 89 cents, which may seem like a little bit, but if you have 100 shares and it goes up 39 cents, that's $39. And that's just the beginning of this stock. It's supposed to go up pretty substantially. So anyway, yes, I'm going to give you all some tips. Oh, I almost lost my that was a close one. Oh, he has mic himself. I think he's talking about the mic.
Yeah, that's how he said. That's how he identified it. He had it himself. Yeah.
Good. So anyway,
I'm anxious towards this financial literacy as our initiative that we got coming up too.
Yes. So if you want to go ahead and get a Robinhood account, click on that link that I put in the chat. That will take you directly to Robinhood. You'll be able to download the app on your phone. It's really easy to sign up. You'll get a free stock, and I will get a free stock if you sign up with this link. So get your free stock. Yeah. So somebody else, my son Jacob, he's getting into stocks and building that passive income. And so, we have a guest. And so I told him about Macy's. So a couple of people you should follow on YouTube. There's Chris Sain, Sain. He gives free advice on stocks that you should purchase. So I think it was 2 days ago, he suggested Macy's. Right now, Macy's, well, when he first suggested it was in the red. But he's a really, really good guy. So, and he knows his stuff. And I've made some, even after I bought Macy's. So anyway, so he said buy 100 shares of Macy's, try to do 125, but do 100. After it hits $18 to $20, sell 100, keep 25, or sell 25, keep 100, however you want to do that. And anyway, so I wasn't able to buy 100 because I didn't have that money, honey. But I bought 89. I'm well on my way to 100.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to pin it. We got guests. You're spitting some real good information, Monica, and we got guests that want to pin this.
Okay.
Try if I can do this. Tish, what we'll do, Tish, is we'll send it back out to you via messenger if possible.
Well, I'll send it right now. Chris Sain is his name. And I think it's Black Girl Stocks. That's a good site to visit on YouTube if you want to just learn how to trade stocks. If you want to learn about options. I did I did 4 option trades. 3 was at the, and I told you about this group on Facebook because he told us about options in this company. So Black Girl Stocks, I believe it's called. They have basic videos on how to trade stocks and what to do to prevent yourself from losing a lot of money, because if you don't know what you're doing, you could lose money. So I follow Chris Sain. I follow Black Girl Stocks just to get an understanding of the stock market. And then there is another YouTube site that let me look at my subscriptions. Well, we'll just go with those 2. Oh, Uncle Larry Stocks. He's good as well. So Chris Sain will tell you exactly who to or what to purchase. If you do options, what date you should do those options. Options is where it's at. Options is where you make the real big money. But anyway, we're gonna have some of these people that I'm talking about from the Facebook group, Black Investors for Beginners. If you can get into that group, I actually added my son to the group. If you want to get in that group, if I suggest you for that group, then they'll add you. So inbox me if you want to get in that group. But they literally have tips it'll be overwhelming. I'm used to it now because I have a little OCD anyway, but they'll tell you all day different stocks that you should get in on or what's blowing up. So anyway, we're gonna have a whole quarter on financial literacy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you guys want to take it a little step further and you actually got money to join an investment company, I got a college buddy named Ian Dunlap. I think I mentioned him the last podcast that we had, but it's called his investment group is called Red Panda. This guy's done phenomenal. I mean, he has a huge following on Instagram, huge following on Facebook. I think he has a YouTube group as well, but it's Ian Dunlap. And he actually, I know he's taking new clients as well, but I've personally seen the guy. Yeah, thank you, Drake Key. I've seen him, take, I don't even want to say the dollar amount, but transition that to, positive gains year after year after year for his clients. So he's really on it.
Dre also said Noble Woods is somebody.
Yeah, Noble. Yeah. He has a whole movement as well. He went to IU as well. I think it's Limitless. He has an investment, and he gives out a lot of free game as well. So if you guys want to follow those two individuals on Facebook, they give out a lot of free game when it comes to investments and stocks.
Yeah. So don't forget, inbox me if you want to be added to that group. I will do my best to add you to the group. And then we have a couple of the other names on here. If you want to follow them on IG, that'll be fabulous. I'm going to go ahead and add Jeremy to the screen, to the podcast. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Doing all right.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, kudos to you having that
information.
My bad.
What'd you say?
I wanted to say kudos to him. Kudos for having the courage to come on with us, brother. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are heavy hitters, so I'm out of my element. I'm swimming with the sharks right now.
Stupid. Guys, this is my brother.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Hey, we appreciate your support week after week. I've noticed you on our podcast, so appreciate that. Thank you.
I mean, it's easy to support something that's insightful. So it's something you want to tune. It's not entertainment. I think right now everybody's used to just like reality shows and some form of ratchet TV or something that's just entertaining. But this is insightful. So I think it's got a good pull. So it always has my attention whenever I see it's about that time. Even though one of the hosts was running about 5 minutes later, whatever she had going on.
I mean, I have on having a background of hot chocolate or Christmas tree or something, and I got nothing. Okay. Somebody said beer gang.
Hey, I'm trying. Thank you. Appreciate it. It could only be me, huh?
Beer gang. Okay.
Hey, Jeremy, where you based out of, brother?
I'm in Evansville, Indiana. So I'm from the hometown that Monica's a part of as well. So
yeah. Now I'm fully aware of Evansville. I remember our games with Bossy and Evansville Rice.
And y'all got spanked.
No, we did not. Okay.
Y'all did. We won. What was it? Was it 97 or 96? The championship, and y'all got spanked.
Yeah, the year y'all had left run.
Okay.
Yeah. So 96 when we beat y'all.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, she said fall back.
Honey, fall the way back. Okay. I had to live with that for the past 18 years. Yeah, y'all beat us.
But ask Julian, we didn't see y'all nowhere during his tenure. Evansville, was they ever? No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Now Bossy was everything. They were actually class B, right?
I'm not sure what class because they changed it all up. And then when Jaquan Lyles came through, they switched it again because they were so good.
Yeah. Okay.
But by that time, I lived in Indianapolis, so I wasn't keeping up with it really. I was in the city.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You've been to Naptown, huh? You done stayed in Naptown for a little bit too. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I've been. Basketball was good to me, so I got to do a lot of traveling.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah.
Y'all remember this? Basketball is my favorite sport. I like whether people looking down the court, just like
I told you.
It's like
she
on the swing of the
microphone. She's been chopping at the bit all session.
She wants to freestyle. We're gonna have to give her a beat, man.
Okay. So my brother's on here, so I'm gonna play y'all my favorite Christmas song, just a little bit. I sang it the other day.
Yeah.
And why are you saying it like that?
Because I heard it yesterday. I think.
What is it?
I couldn't tell you the name of it, but you have so many. I can't name. You talking about the one?
The one that I play all the time in the car. Huh?
Not the Winans. Not that.
No.
Oh, okay. She loves Christmas, so I have video footage of her singing about 10 songs one year while we're on our way out of town. She sung the whole way. Now
did.
she
I
wants
loved
me to
every bit
choose
of it.
one song and say which one it is. I can't.
No. It's about an animal.
Monica, have you ever been curling? Have you ever took it to that point?
In a nursing home one time.
Okay.
And I was
You went
scared.
from room to room, huh?
No, I went in the common area and I was in the middle of the choir. Like choir was all around me and I was standing in the middle.
I never do that.
Now listen, Carlotta was right. Carlotta, you're right. Okay, Carlotta said the hippopotamus. So
yeah, I should have known.
Here we go. Can y'all hear it?
Yes, we can hear it.
No. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no rinky-dinky toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I don't think Santa Claus will mind, do you?
Serious.
That's
serious.
That's enough.
It's serious.
I got excited, didn't I? The easy thing to do. I can see me now on Christmas morning creeping down. I'm sorry, and see a hippo hero standing there. Okay, that's enough.
She's not gonna stop you. She's not gonna. It's good though. It's good.
Our numbers went down and I started singing. Oh no.
That's not right. That wasn't right.
So I Want a Hippopotamus by Gail Peavy, guys. You should totally listen to it, especially if you have kids. I used to march around the house with my kids, you know, like a soldier. Like a soldier.
What's my favorite?
So
you know what my favorite song is? Do y'all remember being in high school when the play came to your high school and the song was Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's. Y'all remember it? Oh yeah. I knew how many people remember that now. Y'all remember them people coming to our school singing
that? New Albany thing.
That sounds like New Albany. Getting fat. We don't eat geese. We eat turkeys.
I admit. And chitlins, right? And chitterlings, right?
And chitterlings. Yeah.
Your ancestors is mad at you.
Anyway, Jeremy, do you have anything you'd like to share with our viewers? Because we're about to end the show in a second.
I think whenever Ray was talking in the beginning about the whole long distance parenting thing from a male's perspective, I think it's not really heard that often. The nights that you're really by yourself and you're thinking about all the things you wish you could do with your children, and how sometimes the mother, because we're men, so I can say it has to be the women, so the mothers don't, I guess, consider that. So sometimes they feel a way about you asking to have your children, and sometimes they feel as if you're downplaying their motherly skills when that's not it. I can't hug my daughter. Like, it's Christmas right now. I can't go give her a hug. She can tell me about the gifts that she's about to open, but I can't see the surprise on her face. And so sacrifices like those all the time are things that I think mothers need to take in consideration, especially when you have a father who's not ignorant, who's actually working to be involved and is actively involved and is not a negative influence, but they are, a positive role model, even in their communities or abroad. And then, so for me, I spent a lot of time working in the community here in Evansville and around, almost to fill that void because I didn't have my children with me. And so then realizing that you have to wait and say, you know what, I can't be everything to everyone else as well as my children. I need to be the father for them. So I think that's something that, viewers need to consider. Those that may be co-parenting, if you have, someone that really is working in a positive way to be there for their children. Yeah. So that was something that stuck out with me.
Yeah, I know you brought up a important thing one of our podcasts as well, as far as being unique with how you actually reach out to them. And we don't get to see them every day, so the simple thing of Zoom calls, just to be able to
Yeah.
look at their face and see them is important. So I think that was very important on how you mentioned that. I've done that from time to time because the phone, you can hear their voice, but you actually see their face, and they grow so fast too. So you know what I mean, to be able to see them and things of that nature. But yeah, it's a struggle, man, and it's it's something. It's not a week that goes by, Jeremy, to be honest with you, where I don't shed a tear about my boys. And a lot of times, like, and you hit it on the head. Being the mother and having that day-to-day time with them, they take for granted that we don't. And with us being the man, they think that that's something that, a lot of times we should just deal with or whatever the case is. But I mean, we have a heart as well. And them, our kids are everything to us. So it's challenging, but, obviously, doing what we need to do to make it work is the most important thing. So.
Word to the ladies, if you have a man in your child's life, their father, whether you're together or not, whether you have daughters or sons, they need their fathers, point blank in the period. And so if they are trying to be a part of that child's life, let them be a part of the child's life, because you will grow to be a level of resentment, or they'll have a level of resentment towards you if you don't. And it might be all fine and dandy now because they're busy with basketball or cheerleading or school or church functions or whatever. But eventually they're going to ask why. And someone is going to tell them the truth, whether it's going to be an innate feeling towards them being removed from their father, or somebody around them, or the father could tell them that they've tried. Here are my receipts. Here are the text messages. Here's the call log. I did want to have a relationship with you. And you don't want to be in a predicament where your child is in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and they're just now uncovering the fact that you kept their father from them, and now you don't have a relationship with them anymore. And it may not seem like that to be true now because they're in your house and they're living with you, but it will eventually be the truth. So just make sure, because daughters need their fathers. They need to know how to be loved. They need to know how to be cared for, how to be protected. And boys need to learn how to be men, how to take care of, and how to protect. And so men are so, so valuable. No matter what. And I'll say this, because I know some women will say, well, he don't pay child support and he doesn't do this and so I should. No, because at the end of the day, and that's what I say, I'm divorced, but I respect my kid's father because that's who I chose to be their father. Whether he paid child support or not, my kids were at his house every weekend to see him, because I did not want to take. As a matter of fact, I didn't even move to Indianapolis because I wanted them to have their father in their lives. And I'm telling you, it's vital that they're there, whether they pay child support or not. Let them take that up with their God or with the court system or whatever. But the kids need to see their father, and they need to have him in their lives. So think about that, especially around the holidays, but all the time.
Money don't develop relationships.
No.
Time and being with your kids develop relationships. So don't base that man's time based on what he can give to you. What his child support is or how much he's behind. Allow that man to have that relationship with his kid, because they grow. They're not always going to be kids, and once they are 18 and out in the world, then it's almost like you've lost time. So that's the only thing I fear, is losing that time. I want to be with my kids, at least the last 4 to 5, 6, as much time as I can to develop them before they go out into this world. So, but you hit it on the head, Monica.
And fathers that aren't there, they need you. So I know sometimes, your kid's mother may act a nut, but look beyond that nut that you chose to be your kid's mother and deal with that, so you can actually father your children. No matter what, they need you.
Yeah. And I saw where I think Ely Yates had said some of the good fathers catch the most wreck from their mother, and that's a true statement. I know I have female friends, and they're like, man, I don't even care about if he does anything, but the father's not there. And then when they hear me talk, they're kind of like, man, I wish that my child's father was like you. You could have your child all day. And
I hear it all the time.
I think women who have good fathers, they're spoiled. And we take the low road as a father. You make sacrifice. My children are in Atlanta. I sacrificed them being in Indiana because I can see there's more potential for you in Atlanta. So I'm going to permit you to go 9 hours away because it's historical value. It's blackness you will see. You'll be exposed to your culture. That wasn't appreciated or valued on my end, but that was the pain that I had to carry and then wait till my children were old enough, because this happened when they were 4 and 6. I had to wait till they were 15 and I could explain that with tears in eyes and them crying as well. And that tightens your relationship when they can see how much you value and what you would sacrifice. But then when they're saying, hey, I want to go be with my dad, and there's resistance. And I'm not talking about just summers. I mean, throughout the year, like adequate time. And not saying, well, you need to get you a plane ticket and come here. What? I'll let you get 9 hours away. So it's all the back and forth. And like Ray said, the pain that you feel as a father, because, you know, it is there all the time. It is there all the time. And I'm sure he has someone that he talks to and shares that pain with, because as men, we can't vocalize that to everybody. And there are even women you get close to that they don't even want to hear you talk about that much. They begin to think you're weak. So it's this programming that's taken place within the Black community, because we're strong, within saying men just need to be tough. So we have all this weight and we can't release pressure. So we have to be strong for everyone. Meanwhile, we're crying and suffering in silence sometimes.
Absolutely. Very well said, brother.
All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, we're going to go ahead and end our show tonight. I didn't realize it was going to be another hour show. We're shooting for 30 minutes.
We was. We're going to have to have Mr. Taylor as a regular. We're going to have to have you on as a regular, brother. I love your
let
feedback.
me know when I'm here. I enjoy it.
Good deal.
Thank
good
you.
deal. Good deal.
Well, Jeremy, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, sister.
And
Merry Christmas, Ray.
Thank you, brother.
I will talk to you later.
All right.
Have a good night. All righty. So I think that we're done tonight. We talked about some current events. We talked about embarrassing holiday moments.
We did.
We talked about some stocks. Macy's, if you've not jumped on that bandwagon, Macy's should double or at least get to $18. So get whatever shares you can. Right now it's like at $10.50 and it'll go up to about 18. So if it drops a little bit, don't get discouraged. It'll go up. Follow Chris Sane. Get on that Black Investors for Beginners Facebook group. Inbox me if you need help with that. Ray, tell them real quick about how they can purchase apparel because this is the thing, guys. We're doing this podcast to build knowledge within our community, but we need your support as well. So there's some apparel that you can wear to show that you're at war. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and show them.
So even before I get into the apparel, one of the more important cause is our fundraiser that we're having for the mental health initiative. Again, guys, you can see the link at the bottom of the screen, but these proceeds are going towards individuals that have suffered from mental illness, as well as an institution in support of mental illness. So it's very important, guys. I think we're right at about $330. We're far short of the $1K that we wanted to fundraise. So as I mentioned several times before, $1. I don't care if I see you on there with $1. That means something. That helps us out. $1, $2, whatever you can do. As far as the apparel, get you guys a nice sweatshirt, hoodie. I've got various colors. I got female colors. I've got camo joggers. I've got complete jogger sets that's going to be coming out. Click on the link, the website. It's easy. It's user friendly. Just click on whatever item that you like, even if it's a T-shirt, even if it's one of these wristbands that'll give you a reminder. I got it in kids as well, but it says "At War, affiliated to withstand all ridicule." It's just a reminder to be able to overcome your battles, whatever it is that you're facing. So show some support. Happy holidays. Don't stress over getting the kids everything. They love you anyway. They will probably only play with it a couple weeks. Invest in stock. They'll love you more for that. But happy holidays. Thank you so much, Monica, for everything that you do. You're a blessing to this initiative, to this organization. Happy holidays, guys. Take care.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Be safe.